Glorious morning, glorious afternoon, glorious evening, depending on the time you are seeing this. You're welcome to King's Court Podcast, and my name is Kings. You already know. Okay, there's something I would love us to look at today on today's episode, which I would love us to go into it together as in a journey. Have you ever wondered, or have you ever critically thought about how campus fellowship leaders obtain leadership positions? Okay, my interest to know that, okay, when young ministers, in maybe denominational churches, wants to go into ministry, probably be ordained into the office of a pastor to spearhead or lead a branch. Discover that they go through pastoral class, pastoral school, school of ministry, and all of that before they can. Some of them, they even give them criteria to get married first. So discover that these procedures are put in place before they can pastor a branch. Now, let's bring this home to the campus fellowship community. Discover that many campus fellowship leaders do not obtain or get into leadership position by being trained into it. Majority of them, obtain this leadership position by chance, by availability, by being available, most times by proximity. Probably they are close to the outgoing leadership. And this is very interesting to know that a lot of them get into this leadership position by human favor. They just discover that the outgoing leadership just like someone and they just feel they should just hand over the baton to them. Right? Why this is very important is because where people get into leadership positions in the premise of such circumstance, they learn from experience. And we all know that when you learn from experience, you most likely will learn the hard way. This is what we now bet them making mistakes, unnecessary mistakes, errors, as far as even making or creating damages, which will not only mar their life, but also affect everyone around them. All right? So this is one of the reasons why they tend to keep things to themselves. They do not communicate. They do not even relate to people from where they should get help from because they lack the required training. They lack the required knowledge, wisdom they actually needed before they could lead effectively in the positions they found themselves. So one of the things the devil does is to keep them in this trap and create a kind of heart in them that will either make them to detest right counsel or fall for wrong counsel. So one of the reasons why they will fall for wrong counsel is because the wrong counsel is enticing and it has immediate benefit to their personal needs. So one of the reasons why they will now detest right counsel is because it will go against their practices and the things they've already involved themselves into. So as a campus fellowship leader, what you should strive towards is to ensure that you build capacity and grow in the office that you have been placed to occupy. So you build capacity, ensure that where you are will not be a reason why you make mistakes, errors, and damages. Instead, to be a platform where you're going to shine bright and bright and brighter. Let it be an avenue where the potentials, the God-given gifts that have been embedded in you will find solid expression by virtue of you doing your due diligence. You are not there by mistake. God knows that you are in that position and is ever ready, ever willing to help you soar and do powerfully in that office. So the Bible says, let him that lacks wisdom seek for it, pray for it, and he will grant them wisdom. So try and build capacity, try and get knowledge, try and seek understanding and wisdom to carry out what God has laid in your hand in the office that you are in. Shalom.